Our cold weekend left many people concerned about their plants, including growers up in Greenbluff. Many areas in the inland northwest were under a freeze warning earlier this morning. 4 News Now reporter Katerina Chrysopoulos went to Greenbluff to find out how the farmers are coping with the cold.
The freeze warning certainly had farmers concerned, but it turns out many of the crops actually did pretty well. What they're really concerned about is the lack of business due to the cold weather.
I was relieved that it didn't happen like 2 weeks ago.
While the cold weather may have hit sooner than expected, Jason Morrell, owner of Walter's Fruit Ranch, says most of his crops so far are in the clear.
Right now, I mean, everything is ready for picking. The growing part is done.
But he's aware that the freeze isn't over just yet.
I have another commercial orchard that I grow Honeycrisp apples. We made sure to get them all off the trees, and we packed them out.
Which could leave some farmers in a bind.
If you have like tomatoes, cucumbers, anything that's very frost sensitive, I think they're going to be very discouraged.
But freezing temps this time of year is the least of Morrell's worries. It's the lack of business that's left him and many other farmers on edge.
When it snowed on this weekend's festival, it wasn't great for business.
The Harvest Festival, which happens every October,
we make 70% of our income in this 1 month.
Is what farmers in Greenbluff work so hard for each and every year.
We had to send a lot of our staff home, and we just worked on a skeleton crew to keep it open.
So while freezing temperatures may be on the forefront of most people's minds,
and what's expected tonight looks a little more extreme, but I don't think it's going to be a long enough freeze.
Morrell is focused on what he's been working on all year.
Pumpkin picking, apple picking, there's pumpkin donuts.
Praying that Mother Nature will provide some relief before the next storm. Katerina Chrysopoulos, 4 News Now.